YouTube, hello. This is Clay. Hope everyone's doing well. It has been like over 7 months since I last released a Clay's Chronology video, so I do apologize for that. But we're gonna hop back in and hopefully become more consistent in 2026. So this video has Casey calls 7 and 8 in them. Now these were first recorded in June of 2025, so they are also 7 months old. So the audio is probably not as good as it was, and yeah, honestly, I listened to them, just kind of skimmed through them to make sure there was no issues or anything like that. They're fine. They're just kind of Lorne being Lorne, talking about his nieces and nephews and his class, and I think maybe Paula a little bit. So, yeah, but I didn't really want to re-record them because again, they weren't like great episodes, or great calls. But just continuing the Casey saga so we can get to the better stuff. So yeah, like I said, this is going to be call 7 and 8. Like I said, recorded back in June. But then the next calls are going to be ones that obviously were recorded a little more recent. I think it's 9 and 10. I recorded last month, and then anything after episode 10, hopefully I'll be like recording and uploading within a week. So stick with me, but we're going to keep pushing through, and I'll see you guys soon. Thank you. Bye. YouTube, hello. It's Clay. Hope everyone is doing well when you're listening to this. We are back with some Clay's Chronology. We're going to be hopping into Casey, episode 7. This is a new call from episode 6. The date on this, I believe, is November 22nd, 2021. But yeah, so this is 4 days after Casey dressed Lorne down and told him how sad his life made her, and Lorne admitted that it was sad. So we'll see what this call entails. We'll hop in a second. This is a test to see if any of them watch my videos, but I am starting a new RimWorld save, and in it, I had them spawn me 3 random pets, and it happened to be 2 male dogs and a cat. So I named the Rottweiler Eel, the Poodle Piss Hansen, of course, and then the British Shorthair Cat will be named Tiffany. So I'm hanging out with the wee boys in this universe. But yeah, so I think we'll hop in. Again, this is going to be Casey episode 7. So let's hop in this beach.
With Bryce today.
Well,
I mean, you know it's a good call when it starts out with, so how did your meeting with your counselor or probation officer go? And Lorne laughs and goes, well...
the picture that I sent you with me in bed with no shirt on.
Yeah.
He wanted to discuss that.
Oh.
I said, "What's there to discuss?" I said, "I didn't show any of my private parts." I said, "I showed my upper part." Said,
my upper part, of course. Yep, upper part.
So is he looking at everything saying to each other?
Well, I think they see everything.
Yeah,
whatever is on my screen. Well, I found out basically what the problem is.
Yeah.
Because he wants me to have a healthy relationship.
Yep.
And he sees that I've been having all this stuff to do with these people from the Church of God. And even though Jamie didn't have anything to do with the Church of God, but she knew the other people that were involved in that. And there's them, and then there's you that had to do with this thing.
So what is funny? Nothing is funny here.
He's connecting all that and thinking that because I'm having to do something to do with all these people, that I'm not having something healthy. And I told him, I said, you know, Bryce, I said, she's 36 years old now. I said she's not playing. I said, I can't blame her for what I did wrong. And I said, I can't. Well, then I told him about Chris Hansen, about Chris emailing me. I told him, I said, I asked I told Chris that if he talked to Casey, then give her my email so that I can apologize to her.
Right.
And
Which makes sense. Yeah. Because he is, I mean, yeah, Casey Morrow would definitely need to hear an apology from Lorne Armstrong.
he said that's probably not even Chris Hansen. That's probably not even the real Casey Morrow.
Wow. Look at the big brains on Bryce. And kudos if you catch that reference.
I said, well, Bryce, I got their IDs. I said,
Yeah.
I won't talk to anybody anymore without their IDs. So that way I know that it's them that I'm
That's how you know you're living a normal existence, when you don't talk to anyone without their IDs.
talking to. Because of what happened before with Winnie pretending to be you. And actually that idea came from my other probation officer, what the hell is her name? The one I didn't like Maria. Yeah, that idea came from her. And so as soon as I told him that I had your ID and I had Chris's ID, he didn't know what to say then, except for I think that Chris has a felony. And I told him, I said, that's what Bryce said to me. And I said, I don't think it's a felony. I think it's a misdemeanor because of his check thing.
Check.
His bouncing the checks, writing bad checks. I told him, I said, I think it's a misdemeanor. He said, you hold on a minute, I'll look it up on Google. And he said he looked it up on Google right then and said that it was a felony. Well, whether it really is or not, I don't know. You can just say that, but it doesn't seem to me like it's a felony.
So that means you
And Lorne would know because he studied law for 5 years in prison.
can't talk to him.
Yeah, that means I can't talk to Chris.
Oh, wow.
So, which is fine. Yeah, which is fine because I don't want to talk to Chris anyway.
Yeah, why would you?
But that's basically what Bryce's problem is because he wants to see me in a healthy relationship. And I told him, I said, Bryce, my crime has to do with minors. I said, I don't understand what's going on with you having a problem with me talking to people that are of age, because all I've done is talk to people that are of age. He said that, well, he understands that my crime is with minors, but part of probation and classes job is to see that I have healthy relationships.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the hell that has to do with what my charge is.
I mean, it has nothing to do, like... It doesn't have anything necessarily to do with, like, the actual, subject of your charge. But it has to do with, like, your probation, because it's trying to show that you are, becoming a member of society, entering into that society, doing good for your society and your community. So it's not like, oh, you have to hang out with people because you are a sex offender. It's because you are on probation, and we would like to see you progress in your probation and do anything other than, talking to your mom and your aunt who are in their 80s now. Those can't be your only friends, Lorne.
But that's what the discussion with him today was about.
Yeah.
That, and he wanted to know about my job.
He doesn't want me talking to you, though.
No, they haven't wanted me to talk to anybody from the internet. Well, since since I went on YouTube, found out all that crap about Church of God.
Yeah. Can't imagine why.
They haven't
So
wanted
is
to
your
talk to
lawyer
anybody.
getting you out of class still?
He's trying to, yes. I told him that I wanted out of class. Because
How's he trying?
that's not a reason. I don't know what he's doing, but well,
You don't even know.
there was one thing that he said to me that made complete sense. Is that he's gonna ask them if I seem like I'm a threat to the public.
Yes.
Which is
1,000,000,000%, without question. Do not even have to think about it.
the whole reason of being in the class and on probation. And it's obvious what their answer is going to be because they don't.
Why is it obvious?
Not a threat to the public.
Oh.
But what if they
So
say you are?
well, then they'll have to prove it.
Yeah.
And how are they going to prove that when I haven't done anything wrong other than them incarcerating me for drinking beer?
So other than them incarcerating me for drinking beer, I think you're missing something with that, Lauren. I think they incarcerated you because you were doing something that they told you, I mean, 7 billion times not to do. Yeah, but they incarcerated me for drinking beer. Why did they do that, Lauren? I think you're leaving off a point that it was illegal and against your probation to do that. But what do I know?
But I haven't drank beer for, well, it's been 2 years. 2 years since August, since July 7th.
Good job, Lauren. Proud of you, buddy.
So 2 years and what's this? November, August, September, October, November. So 2 years and 3 months I haven't had anything to drink.
Wow.
I've wanted to have a beer.
No.
I wanted to have a beer, but I'm like, no, because
Nope.
it'll bite me in the ass if I do. So,
One.
huh?
Huh?
Have one.
Well, if I have one and they bring it up on the lie detector test, and it comes up that I lie, even though I don't believe in the lie detector test
Yeah,
at
why
all.
would you?
But if it does, and I have a guilty conscience of it, then I'm not gonna lie about it because it would have been true.
How
So-
often do they give you those?
Used to be once a year. Now it's once every 6 months. So why they changed that? I don't know why they changed that.
And you haven't failed any of them or anything?
Oh yeah, I failed them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's why I don't believe in them.
Oh my god. That's just such a crazy Lorne logic. I failed them. That's why I don't believe in them. Okay.
I'd actually
Has
tell
it
them the
failed?
truth. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'd tell them the truth, and I knew it was the truth.
Yeah.
And they came up that I failed, and I'm like, there ain't no fucking way that I
Ain't
could
no
have failed that.
fucking way.
I failed it a couple of times. That's why it doesn't make any sense to me. But that's why they can't use it in court.
Yeah.
Because you can.
When's your next
a
one?
little bit. My next one is actually December 7th. I just actually didn't. I think I told you, didn't I?
No.
No.
Maybe I didn't tell you. I think it was last week that she called me.
What'd you fail your last ones for?
They asked if I had seen any images of any nude images of minors,
Mm-hmm.
and I told them no. And that's
Yep.
the one that really pissed me off because I
Jail. 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 Jail.
knew I had. They said that I failed that.
Jail.
But what happened? Well, see, I haven't seen any. I haven't
Jail.
seen any in years. I mean, since
Jail.
In years?
yeah, well, since actually since images of it was actually they're actually real because it was back when I used to watch my nieces and nephew.
I mean, he's about to get into some weird ass shit, but also we know this is a lie because we know at the bare minimum, he saw one of the MySpace girls flash on webcam, probably multiple times, but I guess we theoretically only know of one at a time, but I'm sure that was a common occurrence.
All them. That's the last
You're
time I ever
freaking out. What?
The last time I ever seen a kid naked was back when I used to live with my nieces and nephew.
Prison.
I used to have them all the time.
Prison.
That was way back almost 20 years ago, or over 20 years ago.
Yeah.
That's the last time I've ever seen a kid naked.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, man.
So
You said it's been years.
for them, it's been
Since the
years,
last time
and years
you
and
saw
years and
any.
years. Yeah. Yeah. So, but I've gotten sick in the class before, or after being in the class. How old are they now?
No,
Were they?
dumbass.
Then they were. Oh, Christ, I've seen them naked ever since they were a baby, right up to
Why?
I don't know, 9 or 10.
Why?
So
Why in God's name would you have seen them naked up to the ages 9 and 10?
They were 10. Let's see, Darren was 11. Leanne was 10. Amanda was 8 or 9. But that's when I used to have them all the time. I used to watch them like 80% of the time. Because the mother had depression, and my brother was back here.
No.
Like, I'm the only one that ever did anything with them.
Fuck off.
So, but the girls had their own. I had a 2-bedroom apartment. I had my bedroom, and the girls had their bedroom, and Darren slept on the couch.
And oh my god, like the giving the nieces a bedroom, and we know why, because he obviously favored them because that's who he was sexually attracted to. But also, like, how shitty of an uncle do you have to be to give the nieces their own room? You still take your room, and then you're like, Darren, yeah, you can sleep on the couch. Fuck you, bitch.
But that was the last time I ever seen a kid naked.
Yeah.
Why were they naked?
Good question.
Because they take a shower.
And?
Because I take them to the pool. I take them to the pool too. They come back and take a shower after they get.
You know, I've been to the pool, the lake with my aunts and uncles before. Don't think they ever saw me naked. No reason to. No reason they need to be in the bathroom with you when you're 9 or 10. I'm just speaking of a personal experience, though. If your experience is different, you let me know.
Get in the pool.
The pool.
And then they have to take a shower in the mornings.
Why would you need to see them naked?
And you had to like bathe them or something?
No, I didn't bathe them.
Then why did you see them naked?
They bathe themselves. But the girls and Darren, when they were really little, they'd take baths, and they didn't want to take showers. They wanted to take baths. So Laura always told me let them take a bath instead of a shower. So until they were probably. Well, Darren was probably around 8 when he started taking a shower. Started wanting to take a shower. Then after he did, Lee and Amanda started wanting to take a shower. That made me a little nervous because didn't have anything sticking to the bottom of the tub to make sure they didn't fall. So
you had to be in there with them.
Some of that stuff.
Yeah.
I had to go up and get some. Oh, there was some flowers and ducks and stuff that I put on the adhesive things to make sure they didn't fall in the shower.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was overprotective of them. I was very much overprotective of them. I was if they go out and play on the playground. Well, when I lived with Paul and Laura at their apartment, the playground was right outside of the apartment, and we were.
Oh man, I bet Lorne fucking loved that. He could just, even if his nieces and nephews weren't out there, he could look out to the playgrounds until it was right next door, see who was out there, scout the local talent.
We lived on the second floor.
Yeah.
We had a balcony out there. Well, kids wanted to go out there and play, and then they'd wind up being all kinds of kids out there.
Oh.
Say all kinds. There's probably actually maybe 10 kids out there.
Yeah, that's not something you should remember 25 years after the fact.
But Darren, Lee, and Amanda were out there. They'd go out there and play. I'd go sit on the patio. Sit there
Sure
and
you
watch
would,
them,
Lorne.
make sure nothing happened to them.
All right, so that's the end of episode 7. With oh my god, just get to hear some real nasty. Oh my god. I mean, it's been said to death. So I understand that, and I know, whatever. But it's just like, man, just openly admits that he saw his nieces naked up to like the age of 10. And the only like excuse for that is, well, they had to take fucking they had to take baths and showers. Why you didn't need to see them naked for that, Lorne. I don't. And he just seems so like he just doesn't understand like why that was weird, and you know he was like getting so defensive, like, well, bro, it's like, yeah, you're fucking weird, dude. There's no reason to ever see them naked. You know, maybe like up until like the age 2, if you're like actively baiting them, sure. And I mean, I don't have any nieces and nephews, so I don't know, like, you know, if you give like your 2-year-old nephew a bath, like, are they, I don't know, like, could the mom not like send along, you know, like they're I mean, obviously they're in the pool, you couldn't like bathe them. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm sorry, but it's just like it's just so weird, and he has no excuse, and just like, yeah, and like when she asked him why would you see him naked, because they showered, because they were in the pool. That's not an answer. There's no reason you should ever have seen them naked up to the age of 10. So I don't know. He's a freak, and I hate him, and he comes off so bad in this call, and he just doesn't, because he keeps like a pretty calm, like even keeled demeanor. He doesn't like get mad, you know, because sometimes like when you're asking him leading questions, he's like, why are you doing this? Why would you? YouTube, hello, it's your boy Klay back. Hope everyone is doing well when you're listening to this. We are back with some Klay's Chronology, of course. We've made it all the way up to episode 8. Yeah, I mean, we're still very far away from getting anywhere with this, but you know, I'm enjoying it. Hope you are. You have any feedback or concerns or criticisms, or you just want to tell me how great I am? Please leave a comment or find me on Discord. Always happy to talk to anyone about anything, honestly. But yeah, so we're gonna hop in. We're gonna try to get through this one. This is a continuation of episode 7 of Lorne talking about his nieces and nephews, and I'm pretty sure, just from scanning the comments when I was trying to verify the date, there's some MySpace, Melissa, and Molly talk in here. So we will try to get through this, but we will do it together. So let's hop in without much further ado.
No. Make sure nothing happened to him.
Yeah.
And they would just run around the house naked.
Good question.
No.
Then.
No.
And how do you see them naked?
Because they take showers.
How would you see them naked? They would take showers is not an answer.
They run out of the house, run out of the bathroom.
Do you not have like a curtain?
Oh, there was a curtain in there, but
has he not heard of towels?
I weren't back there watching them. I weren't watching the door.
Sounds like you were.
I was out in the kitchen doing stuff, or in the living room doing stuff.
Oh, okay.
They would just run out on their own.
No, they would not.
Well, that's what I asked.
No, well, yeah, but they weren't running around the house all the time naked.
Well, you know
they would just run out. Well,
nothing is like. Dude, nothing is funny. Holy shit, dude.
Like, why would they run around the house naked?
Jesus fucking Christ.
I was very much overprotective.
Shut up!
Crossing the road.
Overprotective how?
Huh?
Overprotective.
I just constantly watched them. I just constantly made sure that nothing was happening to them. No, well, Leanne really didn't pay attention to what was going on around her.
So she was a kid?
She really, I really had to watch after her. But it's like, even the other two were also down there in the end too. It's like they get transfixed on what was going on.
It's starting to get quiet.
I mean, in my experience, that's just, I mean, kids are kids. Like, yeah, they're gonna fucking get interested in weird stuff and look at stuff and get distracted. Just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Huh?
I hear you.
Well, I've got the phone outside.
Doesn't matter. Not a response. Not an answer.
Far away.
Okay, how about now?
I don't know. Keep talking.
Okay, they get trimmed. It's like Darren, if he'd have something a toy or something in his hand, he'd get transfixed on it.
Wow,
So
crazy.
it's like he'd have that, and he'd only be concentrating on that, and nothing else that was going on around him.
But wasn't
And
he like
Leanne
9?
was,
Yes.
huh?
You said he was like 9 or 10?
Yeah, Darren was like 11. Well,
Okay.
Yeah.
all of them. Wow,
Play with
Christ,
toys all the time.
when I first got out to Washington State, Darren was he was 6, I think,
Mhm.
and he'd just been the same the whole time. That's the way he was. He just concentrate completely. He didn't even hear it, what you say. If you talk to him, he wouldn't even hear you. He'd be so transfixed on what he had in his hand or what he was doing, and didn't hear anything. You'd have to say his name 3, 4 different times. Sometimes even grab a hold of his arm
He was a fucking child.
to say, "Hey, can you hear me?" Then he'd come out of his trance and he only half pay attention to what you were saying. And
I mean, in all honesty, this like sounds like the catfish calls with Lorne. He fucking just gets um interested or tranced on something. You have to fucking say his name 10 times and snap him out of it. Like Lorne, you just act like a kid.
Leanne was the same way. And
Like the video call, Lorne, what are you looking at? Oh, the wall. Why? Well, just thinking about my thoughts. Thoughts on the wall.
Amanda she somewhat had more of attention span, but she
Mhm.
was somewhat more alert. But Darren and Leanne were just completely got involved in whatever they were doing. And it was like crossing. It always made me so nervous with them crossing the road. I take them bowling. I take them to the movies. I go to go karts and to ocean shores to ride horses and stuff like that. She would talk to me about her problems and that she does. And
Oh.
he'd get transfixed on it.
Sorry, guys. I do not know what just happened with my recording there. Let's go back a little bit, I think.
I've always been like that. I'm so nervous.
Mhm.
So nervous.
So
So
afraid
what do they
something's
do
gonna
now?
happen. What do they do now?
Mhm.
Darren, I think Darren works at a call center. Last I know, I haven't talked to him it's been 2 years, 2.5 years, 3 years. It's been 3 years since I got called.
You're
I
getting
probably ought to call
quiet
Darren.
again.
It's been 3 years. Oh, I should probably call him. Fuck off.
I'm getting quiet again.
Yeah. You're like
Try to put
cutting
my phone
out.
in the, hold on. I'm gonna put my phone in the closet. See if that helps.
Put it where?
In the closet. Walk-in closet in the window. Does that help?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
I've always loved kids, just not in that way.
Oh my fucking god, dude. I mean, dear fucking Christ, dude. Even if he actually meant not in that way, because we know he doesn't, like, that's not something a registered sex offender for trying to have sex with a kid should ever say. Don't care what the context is, don't care what you're actually trying to say. You should just never, ever, 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 ever say, oh, I've always fucking loved kids. Like, man, come on, dude. Also, I mean, you know, maybe he literally just, like, lost his train of thought because he's a fucking moron, but it is kind of weird that he gave, like, a mini update on Darren and, like, knew he hadn't talked to him in 3 years, but didn't talk about the nieces. Probably because they literally have nothing to do with him because he's a fucking creep. But that might be looking into it a little bit.
That's why
Mhm.
I've always been so disturbed by what I did.
Yeah.
So it always bothered me to no end.
Did you have any control over what you were doing there, Lorne?
And
Yeah, when did that start?
when did that start?
Yeah.
Oh, All this stuff. I
What's funny? There's nothing funny. Nothing's funny at all.
really do. Oh God.
So he literally just laughed and said, "Oh God," and then like sat silent for 10 minutes because he thought Casey would maybe let him out of it or would start talking about something else. Like, no, fuck you, dude.
Like, answer
I
me,
heard-
or
Like, even if this wasn't a catfish, this is a conversation that he would have to have with every single person he meets the rest of his life, especially a romantic person.
Yeah, I'm gonna answer you. I hate going over stuff. I've gone over it so many times. I was
Good!
thinking about it. I hate talking about it. I know. It started with Molly.
Ugh.
She was
Mhm.
15, and
Ugh.
she was only a friend at first, and just somebody thought that she would talk to me about her problems, and that she'd have at home with her alcoholic dad and her friends in school, and we were just talking to each other, and we talked to each other for quite a while.
was
And somehow,
a friend of one of your, like the daughter of one of your friends or something?
no, she was in a chat room, main chat room,
Oh,
back when Yahoo was going to chat rooms.
Chat rooms.
Yeah, Molly, she was 15, and Melissa, she was 16. Melissa had problems with her parents.
So both of these poor children he picked on, of course, had fucking, trouble with their parents. So he just fucking swooped in, took advantage of them. Also, no one fucking believes for one goddamn second that they were 15 and 16. They were 12, 13 at the absolute oldest, especially when you like break down the timeline of like when he started talking to them and then when he moved to Nashville and she was going to visit, blah blah blah. Like, I think people have it pretty nailed down that Molly was 12, 13, like just newly 13 at like the absolute highest. 15 and 16, my fucking ass, dude. 16 would almost be too old for him. Well, no, because we know he'd have sex with a 17-year-old kid, as we find out, but you know what I mean.
And she's contemplating doing drugs, and she had depression.
Yeah.
how old were
Yeah,
you
that's
during
not
this
like-
time?
30.
Bleak.
She had depression. She had bipolar is what she had. Bipolar.
Yeah, I'm sure you know.
But I was someone for them to talk to about their problems, and I talked to them for too long.
What do you mean?
And I started having an interest in them. I talked to them for too long.
I mean, to be fair, he is theoretically correct. Because talking to him after one message after they said, 13 female main, one message after that wasn't, oh, goodbye, was too much, to be fair. That's not what he means, of course, but...
Like an interest how?
Like a romantic interest in them.
Like you wanted to date them?
I'll do more than date.
Yeah.
And why were you talking to them to begin with?
He's a fucking freak.
Just they were telling me about the problems. They would talk to me about the problems and stuff.
And he knew, because of their age and the fact that they did not have good home lives, that he could take advantage of them for his fucking pleasure or whatever.
About their home problems, their school problems.
Also, only a kid would be dumb enough to think that they could get any advice from Lorne Armstrong. Imagine having troubles at your job and you go to Lorne Armstrong for advice. I mean, my God.
Friend
So
problems.
you were like helping them with school and stuff?
No, I was being someone for them to talk to about their problems.
Yeah.
When I shouldn't ever
What's funny?
Should never have talked to him about their problems. Should never have been someone
Right.
to talk to about their problems. I should have just left them alone.
What? No way.
So you didn't say like go speak to a school counselor or something?
Why would you do that?
No, I didn't.
Uh,
I
well
should
then
have,
what
but I
happened
didn't.
once you started getting
Uh,
feelings for them?
yeah, I started getting feelings for him.
God damn it.
Melissa, that didn't last long. Me having feelings for Melissa because she actually showed up at my house, and thank God my two nephews were there.
I mean, so I don't even know where to start with this one. So first off, she just showed up, bullshit. But second off, what does he mean? Thank God his two nephews were there. Like he would have had, like he would not. I mean, is he admitting that he like wouldn't have been able to stop himself and he would have had to have sex with this girl if his two nephews weren't there? I don't understand what that means.
My two older nephews,
Why, thank God they were there.
because Melissa was 18 when she showed up at my house, but
Oh.
still.
I love that he needed to make. That means there's no way she was 8. Well, I mean, I guess there's some way she could be 18, but like him, there he made that caveat because he knows how fucking weird it is.
It's just I didn't. She had a friend with her, and I never told her to show up.
What's funny?
She
How'd
looked
she
up
know
my
where you
address.
lived?
She looked up my address because I had my business then, A1 Septic Service. She knew I had my business. She looked up my address, and her and her pregnant friend showed up at my house.
No.
Thank God my nephews were there because I didn't really.
I mean, in reality, he probably just like invited them over because his nephews were there, like thinking that he would have like a little party, right? Like maybe he actually didn't think they would show up, and then they did, and that's why he acts so weird about it. I don't know. No eight. Well, okay. Again, that's an absolute and a generality. I don't actually know, but I feel like no 18-year-old would show up at a 30-something-year-old man's house unannounced. The unannounced part is what I just don't believe.
I didn't want her to come to my house.
Why not?
Just because I didn't. It just made me too nervous.
Not an answer.
Nervous about what?
I don't know. It's just because I don't know. It just seemed the way she acted just made me really nervous about her. She had bipolar, so she was up and she was down. She was up, she was down. So my feelings for her weren't as deep as what they were for Molly.
Ugh.
Molly was steady with the way she acted, and her and I wound up being friends when she turned 18. Well, before she turned 18, we wound up being friends. So I just wish I never met either one of them.
Do you want to admit that you saw MySpace Molly naked while she was a kid, or are we not? Are we not being that honest, Lorne?
I hate thinking about it.
Yeah.
I hate
So
going
what
back in
happened
time
then?
like that. Huh?
So how did you stop talking to them?
Well, Melissa, I just stopped talking to her. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how long it's been since I stopped talking to her. But Molly, I was still talking to Molly when this thing happened.
Oh, did you meet her?
No.
Tried to.
She was actually gonna come down to Nashville and see me.
Jesus.
She was
Oh,
planning
really?
before I left Maine. She had plans to come down to Nashville to see me. And after she got out of high school, before she went into college.
Oh man.
So, but that didn't happen. Which I'm happy that it didn't happen.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
Right.
Can you tell that I hate talking about that stuff?
It
Well,
doesn't
yeah, I
fucking
bet.
matter.
It's just there's so much in my past that I hate talking about. I really wish I could have done a lot of things different in my past.
Yeah, well, you didn't, so.
Yeah, obviously.
Before the sting too. I wish I would have done a lot of things different before then.
What
But
happened before then?
I had my septic business before then. I idolized my oldest brother and my sister. My sister is the oldest, but I idolized Ralph and Lori, and even though I knew for a long time that they both used me so they could get what they want, I still idolize them, and I think it's because my childhood affected me in a lot of different ways. Because when Dad wasn't there, Dad was never around. He left Mom with 6 kids when I was 2.
Oh,
And
Tracy, you guys all alone?
yeah, for quite a few years. And she met Dale when I was 3, but we didn't move in with Dale until I was 9. And so there was a lot of years there that it was just Mom and us 6 kids. And so I idolized, well, basically every one of my older siblings at the time. But then as I got older, my idolizing Ralph and Lori just never went away. And especially Ralph, because he was my oldest brother and the only father figure that I had for a long time.
Well, didn't your mom have Dale?
She had Dale, but Dale didn't come around all the time.
I thought you said you guys
hard
lived
work.
with him
Yeah, we did when I was 9. We didn't move in with Dale until I
for
was
how
9.
long, though?
Well, Mom met Dale when I was 3. We didn't move in with him until I was 9.
Yeah, you said
Dale,
that. I mean, like, how long did you live with Dale?
well, from the age of 9 right up until I graduated high school.
Oh, so you had a father figure.
No.
I did. I had a father figure, but he still.
Oh, well, you made it sound like
He
you were
didn't have-
raised by your mom.
Well,
I
I was raised by
was.
my mom.
No.
Yeah, and Dale.
Partly Dale.
Well, until you were
Dale
18.
Dale never gave any fatherly affection, and a lot of Dale really didn't teach me a lot of things that he should have taught me.
Yeah.
Like what?
Like not to have sex with kids. That would have been a really good one. Dale dropped the ball not teaching him that one, to be fair.
Like anything, as far as the only thing Dale taught me was how to work in the woods. That's basically the only thing Dale taught me was how to work in the woods, how to plant a garden. He didn't take me out and teach me how to do mechanics. He didn't have any sex talk with me. I mean, there was literally no not shit for talking about sex in the house.
Yeah.
The whole time growing up, there was one porn magazine in the house that was for
God forbid.
Mary Ellen Walton was in it. Dale will like her and want to
You're
see
cutting
her.
out again. I don't know.
Hello?
Oh, this phone.
All I heard was
What's that,
porn
Sean?
magazine.
Okay, can you hear me now?
No.
Yeah.
Man, it's just the area. When I cut out, it's the area. It's not the phone.
Yeah, means
Who the
stupid.
fuck cares?
No, it means not stupid.
I have service in California all the time.
Well, yeah, that's because there's so much smog that it keeps the signal keeps bouncing off the smog.
Damn, good one, Lorne.
Sure.
What I was saying was there was only one porn magazine in the house the whole time that I was growing up.
Who
And
cares?
that wasn't until I was like 15. That was a Mary Ellen Walton. Dale liked her. But that was
You're
only
doing
in the
it
house
again.
for
I
a short.
can't hear you.
Hold on, I'm gonna put it back outside. See if it does any better.
Jesus Christ, man.
It's supposed to be cold tonight, so that might be why it's interrupting the signal.
No, I don't think that's how that works at
All
all,
right, how's
actually.
that?
I don't know. Continue talking and I'll let you know.
All right. that porn magazine that was in the house wasn't in the house for very long.
Who
So
cares?
there was literally no talking about
Lorelei.
sex in the house
Lorelei.
when I was around there. When I left, I don't know. So when I leave the house, I don't know what they talk about. So Mom and Dale didn't even sleep in the same. Huh?
Oh, okay, continue.
Mom and Dale didn't even sleep in the same bed when, well, Christ, I think since I was like 14, I think.
I
They
know.
both would snore.
Okay.
Dale built a big house for all of us kids to be able to fit in. You know,
So,
Ralph and Lori and Roy and Paul and Richard and me. And well, Ralph and Lori had graduated and left high school. Ralph went in the Air Force, and Lori married a guy that was going in the Air Force, so they were gone. And Roy and Paul wound up going out to California with my uncles, and so there was just me and Richard left at the house. So Dale took 2 rooms and turned it into 1 room, and he moved down that room, and so that he would be far away from Mom, because she was at the other end.
Hold on.
And I was right in the middle.
Who gives a fuck?
You didn't have a father figure because there was one porn magazine in the house?
Yes,
and not
duh.
like several?
What's so stupid about that? Come on.
I'm not understanding.
No, you're not understanding that. Dale was a father figure to an extent. He taught me how to work in the woods. He taught me how to play in a garden.
Yeah.
He didn't.
He put a roof over your head for, what, 14, 13 years, you ungrateful motherfucker?
Teach me a bunch of stuff.
Okay, but what's with the porn magazine? That's what I'm asking you.
There wasn't much sex talk in the house. That's what I was trying to say. There wasn't much sex.
I never had
anything.
porn playing around the house either.
There wasn't much sex anything in the house. I mean, they didn't talk about.
Good.
They didn't talk about sex. It wasn't. Yeah, it is good, but when you go without learning it, you don't. You know, when you have parents that don't sit you down and tell you about it, when you go to have sex for the first time, it's like you're completely clueless.
Well, yeah.
When I was 19 when I lost my virginity.
You know, I'll be honest with you guys, and this is revealing. Oh, maybe a little too much, but I don't really care. I don't think my parents ever, like, I never had this talk with my parents that Lorne is discussing, right? Like, I think the most of it was like when I got like my first serious girlfriend in high school. My mom, one time when we were randomly in the car, and I was like driving with my permit so I couldn't escape, was like, you better use condoms because I do not want you to get a girl pregnant. And I was like, okie dokie. And that was like our whole talk. And I am a semi well-adjusted adult. No sex crimes on my record, so not really sure that Lorne's whole argument of his parents didn't set him down and teach him exactly how to have sex is what fucked him up.
To a 29-year-old.
Wow.
Yeah. She had 3 kids.
That's nice.
Yeah, well, she was nice. She was a nice person, but I was so naive back then, and
kind of gross.
Huh?
That's kind of gross.
Why is that kind of gross?
He was 29.
Yeah,
He's
she
too
was
old.
29. She was hot.
Oh my god, dude.
That's what I was looking at. She was hot. I was 19. She was hot.
So what happened?
Do you understand? Does he realize that Casey didn't laugh, didn't find that funny or charming, and he just kept saying it and kept giggling like a fucking idiot?
Had sex with her and you just had no idea what you were doing.
Yeah, I really didn't have much of a clue to what I was doing.
Well, Casey still doesn't know what he's doing, so.
And your parents never taught you how?
No, they never had sex talk with me at all. It was actually my brother-in-law that my sister married I only have one sister. So I've got a bunch of half sisters I don't know, but I've only got one full blood sister. So my brother-in-law was actually the one that sat me down when I was 17 and had a sex talk with me.
What's the sex talk?
Just telling about the female anatomy
Yeah.
and
Like
the male
how
anatomy
Yeah.
and of the user made and and what happens when the seed and
The
You
seed.
didn't know how babies are made?
You gotta know what happens with the seed to not commit sex crimes, y'all.
So you were 19?
I knew how babies were made,
No.
So what's the
but
sex
it's
talk?
like
Give it to me.
Oh,
Pretend
God
I'm
damn
a
it.
virgin.
oh god.
What's the
All right. Jesus Christ, man. So that's the end of episode 8. Yeah, that is some super wild stuff from Lorne there. Just his brain. What a marvelous thing that must be that goes inside his head. So glad we got through that. The niece nephew stuff is always kind of a bummer, but we're through it. We survived, and now we get to hear the next couple calls Lorne talk about sex. So that's always fun because he definitely isn't a virgin. He definitely knows what he's doing with a woman, y'all. So strap in. If your parents never had the sex talk with you, strap in for the next few episodes. Because I think Lorne is going to tell you everything that you should have learned from your parents and from school about the seed and all that stuff. So see you guys next time. Hope everyone has a great rest of your day. And yeah, bye.